Tesla, of course, Tesla actually made a fantastic move that I loved. This is the inverse head and shoulder. It actually held it only to push. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, wherever you are in this world on earth. I say welcome to the Trading Success Show. If this is your first time, you are welcome to this channel. And of course, I've been really busy this past couple of weeks doing remodeling and stuff like that. Anyways, let's look at the market, okay, and then we'll look at our economic calendar plus what I'm going to be watching this coming week. However, looking at the market is been really going to the upside. Last week we got 1 week performance. Technology pretty much dragged us down, followed by some healthcare stocks. So I would say this is pretty much in the mix right there, because most of the stocks we're expecting to go up did not move to the upside. NVDA, of course, is one of them. MU, QCOM, V, and MA all in that. Also Nike on the footwear side, consumer cyclical. Amazon is up there. Apple, Meta, Tesla, LLY, UNH, and JP Morgan, of course, as far as service now also to the upside, green on that name. Well, let's take a look at our stocks, and guess what? We're going to be looking at stocks right above the 200 moving average, and some of them are below for that long-term hold. So remember, this is not a recommendation to buy or to sell any stock or equity. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now, I'm gonna give you some of the stocks I already have, and some of them I will be thinking of picking up as well. Looking at portfolio so far, I think we're just moving up slowly to the upside. Nothing to see here as we just slowly building that long-term portfolio right since July 2022, and we just keep building the portfolio slowly to the upside, and this is my long-term portfolio, of course. Now let's take a look at SPY. Let's see where we're headed in the market. What are we going to do? Okay, here on SPY, right here on SPY, we actually took a beautiful move, and we actually made a new high in the market, about 552 or so, about 550, 551, based on whichever platform you're looking at, but let's call it 550. That is a new move, that is a new level on SPY. What is SPY? SPY is a Spider S&P 500 ETF, of course, and I actually have this trend, and that is what I'm going to be looking at if price decide to pull back, and then we're going to be looking at what, 540, okay, as our support. That's going to be our support for now. Overall, keep an eye out if we can break back that 549, and then we should be good to continue to push to the upside. Right now we don't seem really over bought at this point, because we're at 66%, so this could go higher or it could go lower, but our support is right there at the 20 EMA. Our first stock here is going to be Apple, okay? Apple, I traded Apple a couple of times last week, and of course, we're looking at a beautiful flag right here, okay? We need that 216 break, and then we'll continue to the upside. Right now, Apple pulling back, and we're looking at that 210 hold. If that 210 does hold, and then this can continue to push back to the upside. Overall, we have a flag here which is bullish, so keep an eye out as we also hold this trend right here on Apple, okay? Next stock is going to be Amazon. Why Amazon? Amazon actually did good and broke out to the upside last week, and we actually tapped the $200 spot, okay? I'll call it $199.84 is $200 for me. So we really did push to the upside. Now we're looking at price around the 193 close. Okay, so all right, next is going to be Meta. Meta right here, we're looking at two levels. Okay, we made a high here, which is that 531, 532 area, only to pull back down. Okay, we tried to get that support, retest this level, failed it, back down, gap down, and then back up again, retest the 520. So right now we're breaking this spot because guess what? Other stock as well actually took a deep dive down. The market actually did pull back on Friday, looking at support now on Meta at the 20 exponential moving average. You're gonna have all these DOJ, all these lawsuits, Euro lawsuit and all that coming to Meta at some point, but just keep an eye out on the 20 exponential moving average. SMCI was a mess last Friday. We did push to the upside 900, rejected that spot, back down, and now we're going to be looking at price if price is willing to hold the 20 and 50 exponential moving average, this can really break that 900. However, looking at this trend, and trend is your friend, right now we're about to try and reattempt to break of that spot to $1,000 on this name. Wait, this is also another new stock here, and this is Waystar Holdings, and I'll be looking at 2140 as a support. If this pull back down to about 2080, and I'll be looking for some portfolio hold here for a long term, so keep an eye out on that. Tesla, of course, Tesla actually made a fantastic move that I loved. This is the inverse head and shoulder. It actually held it only to push back to the 200. I said it a couple of weeks ago. I said Tesla will need to retest the 200 moving average and hold, and then we'll continue to push to the upside. That is exactly what's happening right now. We're about to retest that 200 moving average, and with support at 195, we can continue to push on Tesla. So keep an eye out, keep a close eye on Tesla. NVDA is also another name as well. Right now, momentum is losing momentum on this name, and guess what? We're actually at 56% on the RSI, meaning there's still room for momentum to come into this name. However, 120 is going to be support on this for a long-term trade, for a long-term hold on NVDA. Okay. And Nike actually reported, and guess what, back down and sold off multiple points, looking at 75 at support on this name. I think for a long term, I think this is also another one to keep an eye out on, see if price in the coming months that we can fill this gap up again. Also, Square is also a beautiful one. Right now is all the risk you can take is this 200 moving average. If price can break through that 200 moving average, hold 65 or $66, guess what? We can push to the upside back into the $70 spot on block, aka Square, of course. Looking at Google as well, Google actually pulled back after testing new highs. Right now we're looking at Google pulling back to 181 spot for a retest if it comes. However, if price continue, this can push right into 200 in the coming days, which is possible on that name. Oxy as well, this is also Warren Buffett trade, and right now we are really moving through and pushing through the 20, 50 and the 200 moving average right here. Next spot for this name is $64 as the oil industry continue to pull through. We're looking at $64 break, and then we'll continue to push to the upside on that. CHWY actually on this name, Rolling Kitten actually killed Giles or whatever his name is, actually put up a post on this, and this stock went up. I think, in my opinion, this guy actually got some position on this, and don't quote me, I think you got a lot of institutional investor, you know, joining hands with him to get into this trade. However, he may also have a double account or several accounts, because you know, I think for him to really have this much buying power. So I think CHWY is also another buy for him as well. So keep an eye out on this name. Dell also, we're looking at Dell 150. That is a spot for a long-term hold. For now, 135 is going to be our support on that name. CROM as well. Remember, this is also the same play I'm expecting on Nike. This actually gap to the downside, found a support around this area, and then bounce and trying to recover that spot. So we only have pretty much 12 points to go on this, if not more. So this area holds, push back to 280, and then we can continue to push to the upside. I will be picking some up again because I already traded this move to the upside, and then I got out, and then we got this pull. I never got back into this trade. So right now above 200, that is my expectation for portfolio sizing on this name. Thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna post the remaining chart on StockTwit and on my X account. Thank you guys. Have a fantastic week ahead, guys. Peace and love. Bye bye.